Good evening. I am meteorologist Ron Childers. Here we are, 10 o'clock. Another hit from our digital desk in the Action News 5 newsroom. A lot of activity here on a Sunday night. We've got a full house and plenty of crews out in the field, and we're going to bring you live coverage tonight at 10:30 after the game. I think we've entered the final 2 minutes of the game. So after a post show, Action News 5 will begin at 10:30. I hope you'll join us then. Joe Birch, Joy Redmond will be in, and we've got crews from Joyce Peterson to Amani Williams, Kelly Cook out and about, and we're going to hear from Bria Bolden coming up in just a couple of minutes. Let's recap what's going on because it has been a day of snow, making today a first alert weather day. Let's check it out because we've still got snow coming down in and around the area. This is a look from our High Five camera in Midtown, the Best Care Home Services camera. And look at that. Union Avenue blanketed in snow. We've got right around 2.5 inches of snow here in Midtown so far. Cool thing about this, it's a dry snow. So that dry snow doesn't really create as many issues with icing as a wet snow would do. Also, this isn't the greatest snow for making a snowball or a snowman. It's the bitter cold that's driving it, but there's still more coming our way, although there may be a little lull as well. Let's take a look at the big picture. Let me show you our first alert Doppler radar. Already seeing a little break right around northeastern Arkansas from Cross to western Poinsett County, just to the west of 555. Still getting snow around northwest Tennessee, but the heavier precipitation is really from Memphis south into northern Mississippi. And folks, we've had parts of North Mississippi that have seen nothing more than sleet all day today. That's been the case for a good portion of Lafayette County, even over to Tupelo, where ice is covering everything. Sleet in Panola County as well. I'll put this into motion for you. Some drier air starting to punch in on the back side of this precipitation, especially as we take a look at the area that's right here, right there around northeastern Arkansas. Let me advance that forward because that dry air is going to continue to filter in, and I think that will bring a bit of a lull, especially along and north of the 40 corridor as we get a little closer to midnight. Now, we'll likely still see some snow lingering across a good portion of northern Mississippi through the overnight hours. We've got a big dome of high pressure. That is to our northwest, and that high, that's driving in that cold Arctic air right into the mid-south, while moisture is coming in out of the southwest aloft, and that is creating the wintry weather we're dealing with here in the coverage area. We do have a winter storm warning. That is in effect now until 6 a.m. Tuesday. Now, it's not going to rain, it's not going to snow until 6 o'clock Tuesday morning, but I think we're going to deal with more snow for a pretty good part of the day tomorrow. However, what is on the ground now, that's not going anywhere anytime soon, and whatever we add to it could complicate issues as far as things go with traffic and just getting around, especially on some of the less traveled roadways across the Mid-South. Let's talk about Futurecast, shall we? We'll start it off here at 10:30, and it looks like we're going to have a little lull mainly along and north of the 40 corridor. Now, it should be short-lived, lasting for just a few hours. Moisture still streaming into northern Mississippi and a good part of it, so heavy snow is likely to continue there. Sleet as well. Now, as we take a look at how things are going to play out tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, I think we're going to see another band start to make its way in from the southwest, and that should rapidly push north and east, bringing more snow to the area. But forecast models tonight showing drier air really remaining in place right there around northeast Arkansas, northwest Tennessee. So the better chance for additional snowfall is going to really fall from Memphis and Shelby County south into northern Mississippi and the counties that are along and south of the 40 corridor in eastern Arkansas. Now, as we take a look at 4 p.m. tomorrow, we're looking at the potential for the snow moving out of the area. Some flurries will likely linger, but we're going to find temperatures right around the mid to upper teens. By 8 p.m., I think the snow is going to be out of here Monday. But as I mentioned, whatever is on the ground is not going anywhere because we're going to find temperatures back into the lower teens and even single digits for Monday night. What about the snow impact? Looks like a dusting to 2 inches, mainly from northern Shelby County north into northeastern Arkansas, northwest Tennessee. Higher amounts from Memphis south into northern Mississippi. And that sleet mix really right along and south of Highway 278. By the time it's all said and done, I think we're looking at 1 to 2 inches of snow at least. But most likely now 3 to 5 inches of snow. That includes the Memphis metro. But on the higher end, in parts of northern Mississippi, we could see 6 to 7 inches of snow before it's all said and done, and thus the first alert weather day. Hey, our Bria Bolden is out there in it this evening. I want to check in with her. Bria is in Horn Lake, right there on 55. That jacket is fire, by the way. I just love that, Bria. That is absolutely wonderful. You look a little toasty out there, but I got to tell you, it is bitter cold. How's it shaping up?
Yeah, well, thank you, Ron, for the compliment on the jacket. This is one of my favorites. It is not toasty at all. It's the exact opposite. It's very, very bitter cold out here. I'm in Horn Lake off of Goodwin Road West near I-55. I'm going to step out the way. We're going to give you a look at it right now. It is a blanket of snow here in Horn Lake. For the most part, the snow just keeps coming down. We had a little bit of a break earlier, but I would say at least since 3 o'clock, it's been on and off, but now it's still constantly blowing here in the Horn Lake area. We went through South Haven a little earlier too. I can tell you we did just see an MDOT plow come through, so I'm assuming that MDOT crew probably just came off of I-55, so that's good. When I was looking at the MDOT cameras earlier though, I mean, it was just completely covered with snow. The interstate was. Good news also, not seeing a whole lot of people driving out here right now. As many of you know, not the safest conditions to drive in. However, you know, if you got to be somewhere, you got to be somewhere. We just ask that you do it safely. So does DeSoto County Emergency Services. I talked with their director earlier. He says for the most part, it seems like residents are heeding that warning, staying home if you need to, and if you have to go out, make sure that you are being safe, watching your surroundings. There are some warming centers that are open around DeSoto County. We have reposted a post from DeSoto County Emergency Services on our Facebook page. If you need to get somewhere warm, there's a warming center in Olive Branch, in South Haven, and Hernando as well. I mean, Ron, it is bitter, bitter cold out here in Horn Lake right now. I don't know what the temperature is exactly, but it's cold. And I can tell you, I definitely think Horn Lake has at least 2 inches of snow. I mean, it just keeps piling on and on. It's gorgeous out here. It looks wonderful. Doesn't feel great, but definitely coming down out here in Horn Lake in DeSoto County.
All right, Bria, thank you very much. I think I know why you are where you are now. Did I see the Memphis Barbecue Company behind you over there?
You did. You did. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get any barbecue today.
I know that for sure. And hey, bring me
We're
back
going to try
a
again
rib,
tomorrow. I will.
Bria
I
Bolden,
got you.
Thank you very much. We'll see you tonight with another live report on Action News 5 at 10. As Bria mentioned, the snow coming down out there, but really the big issue is also going to be the bitter cold we're dealing with. Let me show you some of the current wind speeds right now. We've got a wind that's out of the north at 10 miles per hour in Memphis, but about 10 to 15 miles per hour on average in the area. Wind speeds have picked up a little bit in the last hour due to that high pressure to our north. Temperatures, they're right around the low to mid and upper range of the teens. We're at 13 degrees in Memphis right now. I think we're going to level out and maybe even warm a degree or two before the night is over, but it feels colder. We have a wind chill or a feels like temperature of 0. That's what it feels like on exposed skin. That's why it's very important that you are bundled up in multiple layers, hats, coats, gloves, ear warmers, and big, thick coats. You need it all because there are single digits all around the Mid-South, and we've got a wind chill advisory in effect until 1 o'clock tomorrow for the entire coverage area. I would not be surprised if that was even extended into northern Mississippi before tomorrow. We'll watch that, but Memphis and Shelby County certainly included in it. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to continue with single-digit wind chills. Yeah, right around 1 to 5 is how it's going to feel overnight and by early morning tomorrow. Here's what you need to know. We've got more snow and sleet to come. Now, hazardous driving conditions will remain, and I want you to expect icy bridges and overpasses. Even though it's a dry snow, that ice will compact and collect, and that's going to make driving treacherous. And when you hit that, there's no stopping. Windy with bitter cold as well. Not only tonight, tomorrow, but well into Tuesday. Temperatures in the teens and 20s, and wind chills will be below zero for many. So expect travel issues tomorrow, and also expect travel issues Tuesday. That snow will still be on the ground, and problems will persist on side roads. It's going to be interesting to see if kids go back to school on Tuesday, and just getting to work Tuesday morning is going to be a bit of a challenge for many in the Mid-South. Hey, if you don't have the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app, get it. Take a moment, download it to your tablet or smartphone. It is free for Apple and Android products. We've been putting videos up throughout the evening. You've got the hour-by-hour forecast for your specific location, the interactive radar, and a whole host of weather information there, including futurecast temperatures too. It's a great app, and as I mentioned, it is free. And in a situation like this, it's coming in very handy. And there may be a little more to deal with later next week. We're going to talk more about that along with meteorologist Spencer Denton coming up tonight on Action News 5 at 10. I hope you'll join us. And don't forget, Patrick Ellis and Maggie McCallie will be in bright and early starting at 4 a.m. along with the rest of the Action News 5 crew, tracking the snow and bringing you the latest on what to expect for the day Tuesday. In the meantime, I'm going to go back and get ready for a 10:30 broadcast, so be sure to join us on Action News 5, and hope you've had a great Sunday, and I hope you're staying home where it's nice, warm,